Realize. Realize.
So, welcome friends, welcome to this live session on the course Essentials of Data Science with R Software Part 2. And yeah, so first let me try to give you some idea that why I conceived this course and why I use these topics. You see, prior to this, there is another course, Essentials of Data Science Part 1. So that is essentially a fundamental course. And the advantage of that course is that this is a foundation course that whatever statistical tool you want to learn, the topics covered in that course, they are going to help. Means I'm not saying that I had covered all the topics, but after this, the question comes, uh, what type of tools are really needed for the data analysis? So whenever we talk about the data analysis, there are different types of aspects which are covered. And then I thought that, okay, let me try to begin from the scratch, that how should we formulate it. So I thought that as soon as the data comes, the first thing is this: you need to have a sample. Now you assume that a sample is representative. That means all the salient features of the population, they are present in the sample also. But the question is this: how you can get it done? Number one. Number two, this all those methodologies which are used in the sampling theory, they were up to now they were manual process. But now with the advent of software and all other things, many things can be conducted through the softwares. So definitely, means up to now, not many things have been developed in the case of sample, that how to draw a sample that is still possible available, but beyond that, if you want to go for different types of aspect, that computation of mean, standard error, etc., in different types of sampling scheme, and say or different combinations of those sampling scheme, that is really not available, right? So then I thought, okay, let me try to give you the first step basic principle, how you can handle the issues or the topics of sampling theory through the software. Because definitely when you are talking about the data science, the sample selection has to be done in an automated way. And then whatever data you are going to get, that has to be use on the appropriate statistical tool. So keeping that in mind, I thought that, okay, let me try to give you some idea about the sampling theory. And then after this, I had taken one of the most common tool, which I thought that it is going to be extremely useful when we are talking about the data science. It is bootstrapping. So that is again based on the sampling methodology. And then after that, means another topic which I thought that it is quite popular, is the statistical modeling. So there are different ways to get a statistical model, and then this regression analysis is one of the tool which helps in getting the statistical model. So I tried to cover that topic, but surely the sampling theory and regression analysis, let me accept it, that they are the one semester course, but I have tried my best that how I can motivate you to think about those topics in a different way from the perspective of data science. So that was my objective when I thought about these courses, right? So now let me try to come to your questions here first. And so I try to give here those questions which you have asked. There are only a couple of questions. Okay, the first question is from Dr. Subhashri Das. How can we use our software to do data analysis? You see, when you are talking about data analysis, that means data analysis is not really a tool, but there are tools which helps in the analysis of the data to draw different types of statistical inferences. So data analysis is a process in which various types of tools are used to to dig out different type of information which is contained inside the data. So for that, you have to first select the appropriate tool. Now, whatever is your tool, I mean, that decision, or I will say the appropriateness of the tool for drawing the statistical inference will come from the statistical knowledge. Once you have chosen the tool, that which of the tool is going to give you the best possible information, then you need to compute it. So one option is that you try to compute it using some manual calculation or the calculator, or say another thing is this, you have to use the software. So the software is the platform where you can compute the values of those tools for the given set of data. Right. So R is a software which has many built-in facilities to draw or to apply different types of statistical tool. For example, if you want to the regression analysis, there is a command LM which can do the fitting of a linear model. Then you have time series model with various types of statistical modeling, etc. Suppose even if you want to find out the statistical methods, like as the tools like arithmetic mean, median, etc., they can be obtained by the direct application of the tool. For example, if you simply write here MEAN and then you try to give the data set, it will automatically find with the tool. So this is how this R is going to help you, that somebody has written the program to find out the mean or the linear model, etc. And you have to simply just give the data and execute the command. So this is how the R can be useful. Then the next question is from Shri Harsha. Can we give the final live examination at a later date? Because many state universities are having their examination on the same date. Can we give the examination in April? If not, then other way to get the certificate. You see, Harsha, this examination can be given on a day, on the date that has been announced, because many people, many different types of agencies are involved in the examination. So that has been announced, and hopefully under normal condition that cannot be changed. Well, if you want to have a certificate, in case if you're unable to appear this time, the only option is that if this course is floated next, whenever the course is floated again the next time, then you can appear. Third question is from Uma Mahesh. How will examination format be? Will our software be available in the examination? So you are going to have multiple choice questions, and then there will be 3 different test sections with different types of difficulty level. And then our software will not be available because this is an examination in the computer-based test mode. So up to now, means I would accept that, okay, we have not developed the capability to integrate the R software in the examination software. So that is why you will not get the software, but surely you will have the questions which are related to the R software. But those questions are in such a way which you can easily handle. You can easily answer them without using the R software. Okay, then the next question is Subir Mitra. In the examination, will you provide access to R Studio? No. Right. So I would like to ask you, and then the next question is from Pragya Nigam. I would like to ask about the difficulty level of the examination. What will be the format of the question? So Pragya, this I already have answered you. What is the format? Do I have to remember the commands of all distributions? Okay. Okay. No, now you see, means I don't expect that you have to remember each and everything, but means I expect you to remember the common thing. For example, if you want to find out the mean and variance, the simple commands are MEAN or say VAR, or yeah, means the minimum basic things I expect that you must remember. Right, what to remember and what to not, that is very difficult to understand. But surely there won't be, means I expect that there should not be any question which requires a tremendous amount of memorization. And then the next part is, will the R software be provided during the exam? No. What will be the mode of the examination? Pen, paper, or computer based? That is computer based. Will I be able to get a data scientist job after this? I wish and pray to God that you get a job of the data scientist. My all blessings, good wishes are always with you, so that you get a job after this course. That much I can say. Right. Okay. So after this, we have some questions in the online mode. When from Subir Mitra, will you provide access to our studio console during the examination? No, it won't be available. Then what about the Bayesian statistics for the data science? If you kindly make a course, yes, Bayesian statistics is very important. Right. When this Bayesian inference was developed at that time, as soon as we used to get trapped in the algebra part and we were stuck, we could not proceed. But after we have developed this computational technology, this techniques, then this Bayesian inference has taken a leading role. And yeah, so this is very important. Now, your request, if you can kindly make a course, well, I will take your request, and I will try my best, but I cannot promise you that whether I should be able to, whether I will be successful or not, and when I will be successful in this course, because you can imagine that, okay, it takes lots of efforts and a very long time to develop one course. Means I can share with you that first I need to prepare the slides. Actually, before that, I have to think of how we have to do, because teaching inside a class and teaching inside a blank classroom, there is nobody where I record. These are two different things. So first I have to think in a way that what is the most common background in which I can expect my students, and then I have to choose the topic that which I can do, which I can cover in a systematic way, which requires minimal background. And then I have to prepare the slides, then I have to record, and then I have to cover the question, the topics in such a way so that I can take an examination also, because you know that giving an examination online and giving an examination inside the classroom, these are two different things for you also, and for preparing the question paper for an offline examination during the inside the classroom, and for this online examination, that is a very different thing. So many challenges are there, but still you people have supported me, you people have always motivated me even to do these many courses. So I will try my best to prepare a course. Right. Thank you. And then Prince Nagpal, please make a course on the machine learning too. Yes, Prince, I have the same answer which I have just given to Kubir. Right. So I will try my best. But yeah, but these are the things which I prefer, that in case if you jump by yourself, then you will learn faster and better than what I can actually teach you. Because when we try to do something inside the classroom, then we try to give some project, we try to give some real data set, and then people have an opportunity that they can attempt, and then they can means ask question, they can discuss with me. With this online module, it becomes a little bit difficult, that you are sitting across different parts of the country, and I cannot always come to you, you always cannot come to me. So that is why uh, means I will try, I will think actually, but I cannot promise at this moment. Then the next question is Yasheshwar Verma said, many questions were wrongly evaluated in the assignment. How are we going to get them corrected? Don't worry for those things. Wherever you had such problems, after all the assignments are done, and they will be re-evaluated, and whatever questions had made a mistake, that we inform it to the central body who uh, evaluates them, and they will try to evaluate it with the modified solutions. Even if there is some question which is completely wrong, even then you will get the full marks, or that question will be dropped. So you will not have any problem. That's my promise to you. Right. So yeah. Okay. There's another question. Good afternoon from Shivam Sahu. I'm from Central University of Rajasthan. I am a beginner to this course, and my question is that this is a sufficient to apply for an internship of different companies. Now you see, Shivam, that's a very difficult question. As I say, this is only I have given you the starting point, and it all um, uh, means if you try to means actually it depends how much do you learn and what is the objective of the training program. Right. If there is a training program which just needs a simple thing what you have learned in the course, then surely means I think this course is a complete course and people will consider it. And in the past, I have seen that all the courses from the NPTEL, they have been duly acknowledged by different companies. So I expect that why you could not get a internship in different companies if you write in your CV that you have completed the course on this topic. The only condition is this: you should know. Just by writing and not knowing the topic will not help you. You have to learn, and then you should be able to solve the problem. It is just like completing the medical degree is not sufficient to treat the patient unless and until you know that how to treat the patient. You should know the basic fundamental of the medicines. Okay, the next question is how can we expertise in R related to statistics? I will say the most simple approach is that you try to take up the problem and then try to see how are you going to solve it. Suppose if I say you take up a problem and then you come to know that you need to find out the arithmetic mean. Now, suppose you don't know how to find out the arithmetic mean in R, so you try to take the help and try to see how are you going to find out the mean, what is the command, what is the function. So at least now you know how to find out the mean. Then you decide, okay, I want to find out the skewness. Now, now you have to look into the help and then you have to see that how you can compute the coefficient of skewness and then what skewness coefficient is going to be computed, what is the form, how are you, which package is going to be used, etc., etc. So you will learn skewness also, and this is how you try to build up the things, build up your knowledge step by step. And after some time, I'm sure that you must have accumulated so many topics that you will be good in this R software also. Prince, will we get a chance to do a project under you if we top the examination? It is very difficult to promise at this moment because because of this corona, many things have changed and we are all struggling at our places. Means I am teaching even all my students online. Means for the last 1 year, I have not seen the faces of my students and even I don't know who they are, but still I'm teaching them. So surely when you want to do a project, it is always a better option to come face to face, because I personally believe that when you are trying to do the project, there are many things when you that you learn when you are trying to uh, uh, be in the company of your project guide. That is not always a 5 minutes job, because in project you are trying to do something new, and for that you have to think. And for me, this is the most difficult question to tell you that at what time I will be able to give you an idea after thinking. But when you are there close to me, for example, we can talk over a cup of tea, we can fix up any time, and then the things actually work more easily. Sometimes you also get stuck, and then yeah, in those things which you can come to my office and I can solve it in 5 minutes time. Online it will take a very long time. So I will say yes, but I will surely help you that if you really want to do a project for your biodata, I suggest you that you try to take up any topic. Right, like as people have asked for the Bayesian statistics. Just try to pick up a book on the Bayesian statistics and try to learn it and try to execute it through the R software. I promise you, Prince, if you write in your CV that you know how to do the Bayesian statistics using the R software, that will have much more weight than doing a project under me, right? Okay, so the next question is from Harshit. Please clear my doubts, sir. Only IIT Jodhpur and IIT Guwahati offer MTech in data science. Harshit, I would say simply the simple solution is that you try to go to the websites of IIT Jodhpur and IIT Guwahati and try to check it. IIT Jodhpur I know because someone from there consulted me, so I know that they started. Right. So the best thing is that you try to just check on their website. You will come to know much more things than I know. Then there is another question from Shivangi. Sir, there are so many topics to explore while learning R and plenty of commands to remember. And I find it difficult to remember all of that. How should we practice so that one can solve questions easily? You see, Shivangi, that is always the case when you are trying to work with a software. As a teacher, I can share with you, my biggest problem is that whenever I want to teach a software, I have two approaches. First approach is that I try to collect all possible commands of the software, and then I try to ask you to sit inside my class, and I tell you about each and every command one by one, and then you will use it after some time. But in this approach, what really happened that the theory part becomes so long and you get so much bored with the theory lectures that you lose your interest in the programming. So the better way I always tell to my students is that you try to take up a problem. Yes, first you try to understand about the basic fundamentals of the software, that how are you going to write the program, where you are going to write it. For example, if you take the example of R, I will say what is R console, what is a GUI window, where you are going to write a program. At least this much you know. And then you try to take up some example. Suppose if you simply want to find out the inverse of a matrix, then I would say the first question will be how you have to define a matrix. Try to look into the R software or any other software, that how can you define the matrix? What are the different structures that are available? And then you have to think, given those structure, how you can input the data in the format of matrix which you want for your tool. And then you try to see that how you can now see the matrix in the format you want, and then try to see how to find out the inverse. Some software may have the commands inverse, somebody may have INV, somebody may have solve, etc., etc. And then you try to see that can you find out the inverse of the matrix. Now in this process, if you try to see how many things you have learned how to input the data in the matrix format, how to write the matrix, what are the different commands, and then how to find out the inverse of a matrix. So definitely, if you try to take these many problems, then possibly gradually after some time you will know many more commands. And surely, yeah, means it is well, you see, this programming language and software has one good thing, that as long as you are working continuously with them, hopefully you will remember most of the commands. But as soon as you leave it, after some time you may forget it. So the good part is this: even if you have not worked on the software language for a couple of months or a couple of years, but as soon as you come back to the same software and you just spend 15 to 20 minutes, you can recall most of the things. So that is why I would say you need not to remember plenty of commands. You need not to remember all the commands. And yeah, means the more you practice, those commands will be settled down in your mind. That much I can say. Right. Okay. So now there are no more questions over here. So yeah, it means if you have any questions, please ask. Means otherwise we can end the session.
For 2 minutes, sir. If there are no questions, then we will wind up, sir.
Right. So I can introduce you here. He's Murli. He's the man behind this course, and he's the one who manages everything. My job is only one, that I record the videos. Rest he takes care of the entire conduct of this course. So yeah, he's the one who replies to your most of the queries on the NPTEL site at IIT-Kanpur.
Good evening, participants. So we are waiting for the questions. We'll wait for 2 more minutes. If there are no questions, then we are winding up the session. And if you have any other queries, you can write in the discussion forum of the course. So we wait for 2 minutes.
And then regarding this course, I would say that I have taken care only of here 2 topics: sampling theory and this regression analysis. But surely there are many topics which are trying to constitute the data science. Right. So, and then the only thing is this: those topics are available in books in the format of theory, and you need to first understand what is the basics behind those tools and how they are going to use, and under what type of condition they are going to use for drawing what type of statistical inference. For example, if somebody has a problem with the health, the person will go to the doctor. But if somebody has a legal problem, the person will go to the lawyer. Right. So definitely, so there are 2 different types of tools, and one has to decide how to use them under what type of conditions. That is the first thing. Besides those things, you have talked about the machine learning. So machine learning is nothing. First, you need to understand the basic fundamental tool, and then you have to think how you can program them, how you can apply them in an automated way. That's all. Beside this thing in the data science, I can say inform you this artificial intelligence is also now playing a very important role. And the type of experience what I have, that alone data science is not working, but usually the artificial intelligence and data science both are actually working together. Whatever the data you want to find out, you have to do some statistical computation, as well as you have to employ some artificial intelligence too. So if you want to be one of the best data scientists, I would request you that you also try to learn this artificial intelligence, machine learning softwares, and you try to practice with this programming language so that you can plan the things in a most efficient way. That much I can share with you. Right. Okay. So there is another question, sir. Will you provide our studio an exam to solve the question? The answer is no. But surely the questions will be asked in such a way so that you will not need any R software or R studio software. But certainly you need to have that knowledge. Anu, please answer my question. Where is your question?
Shall we go top and see some?
Yeah, Anu, I think, let me see. Anup, your question is not there. Please try to write down your question, what you really want to ask. Because I have given all the answers to all the questions, whatever are there. Right, so you just try to type it down. I will try to answer it. Then Harshit has a question: are there equal opportunity for both students of maths and statistics? Yes. You see, statistics cannot just survive without mathematics. So it all depends that how you want to think the problem. For example, if you come to the basic tools of data science or statistics, means if you know mathematics, if you know the hardcore mathematics from the basic fundamental point of view, that is really going to help you enormously in the development of the tools in statistics. Right. So surely both statistics and mathematics, they are involved in the data science, and there are many things which you try to learn yourself when you come to the job. Okay, Harshit Pandey for MTech. Yes, even if you want to do the MTech, both the students of mathematics as well as statistics background, they have got equal opportunities, no doubt. Because actually Both are needed. So how to know which package is used for a particular command? Yes, Adarsh. So Adarsh is asking about the package. You see, that is a little bit tricky affair. That which sometimes the same job can be done in different possible ways. For example, if you ask me that how to find out the trace of a matrix, one simple command is you try to write down the sum of diagonal of the matrix. And the second option is this, for example, if there is a tool psychic PSYCS, something like this, that is coming from the psychology. So if you have that package installed, then the trace can be obtained correctly by the command tr. But surely the question comes, how do you come to know that if there is a package called psychology in which we can obtain this trace of the matrix? So I will say there are a couple of ways. The first thing is this: go to the help menu of the software. Second thing is that there are different types of help menus which are available on different websites, so you can just come over internet using any internet this platform like as in Google. And there are several forums also based on the web which try to give such information. So you have to just try with these things, but with 100% confidence I can say that you always come to know and something always works, right? And then you have to try, and then you have to look into the help menu of the package, and then you have to see whether this is useful or not. Harshit Pandey, after clearing gate exam, yes, obviously, means if you want to take the admission into MTech examination in this IT and some other places, you need to find out you need to qualify the gate exam, otherwise you cannot even apply. Admission comes only after applying applications. Okay, then Adarsh is asking how to know which package. Okay, okay, this is done. Then Tathagata, sir, will there be question to solve in our software? Should we carry our system? No, you don't need to carry any laptop or any computer to the examination halls. You will also not be given their say software like R or R Studio, but surely the questions are going to be asked in such a way which you can solve them easily without using the R software. That's my promise. The next question is from Sama Hanmanta Rao. Sir, all of your courses are excellent in NPTEL. I improved my knowledge in data science and stats. Thank you, Sama. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for the compliment. Okay, then Kubir is asking, thank you very much, sir. Thanks to all the TAs. Welcome, welcome, Subir. Subir, between R and Python, which is the best? Oh, well, that's a very popular question, which in every platform people do ask me. I say both are good. And it all depends on you that what you really want to use. To my experience, to my knowledge, I can say that R has a facility, R has many packages that can solve the statistical problem. So in case if your computations or your calculations are more statistics, then definitely R is a much better option. For example, if you want to do time series modeling, econometrics modeling, spatial modeling, etc., means R has a package. You simply have to download the package. You have to just install it, give the appropriate command, and then you can just use it directly. You don't have to write the entire algebra what we try to teach in the MS Statistics program. So, but I believe, means I'm not 100% sure, but I believe people tell me that Python don't have that many options. But Python can do the basic statistics, the most common statistics can be done easily in the R Python, but Python has an advantage. So once again, that was told to me that it has a better capability to handle the more number of data or some bigger data size than the R. Right. Sir, are C and C++ equally important for data scientists as Python and R? You see, this R and Python, they are the software which to the best of my knowledge, they are based on C and C++ type of programming language. So the main thing here is that, as I said, that if you want to do a time series modeling, so now if you are using this C or C++, then you have to write the entire program for all some, type of calculations. But in case if you are using R, I know for sure that there is a package available. You simply have to download it, and then you have to understand how are you going to give the values of the different parameters, and then you will get the result automatically. In Python, if yeah, means I don't know if there is a package for time series, or Python may not have those many packages or statistics which are as simple as that. So yeah. So what is SAS? SAS is statistic analysis system. This is a statistical software, and that's a very expensive software. It's in a country like India. I think only couple of places has subscription for this software. But this software is very popular in the US and other countries. And one of the advantage which I understand with this SAS is that there is a big statistical team which is working with this SAS. And as soon as there is new development, those new developments are incorporated in the SAS faster than other software. So that is why um, when you are working at some higher level and where you need some complex analysis, which may not be available in the simple software or in the base package of R, possibly that may be available in SAS. Right, and then there is a good team of statisticians which is working in that company. So whatever your tools outcome they come here, they are well justified that they are going to be correct. Sir, can you suggest how to study for IT JAM MS? Okay. You see, that is pretty simple. You just try to learn the basic fundamentals of your undergraduate program. It means that don't ask any question which is beyond the syllabus. The only thing is this: you have to strike on the basic fundamental, and if you try to study the basic fundamental, there should not be any problem. Abhishek, sir, at what level of companies need a data scientist to analyze data for the growth? You see, any company will need the data scientists from beginning to end. They also need the people who know how to prepare that data, right? How to do the data cleaning. Then after that, they will also need people who can tell them that in this data, which tool has to be used in order to get this type of outcome. And then there is a team which takes a final call whether this has to be used or that has to be used. And then finally, there is a team who will execute all the things. So it all depends on your educational qualification and your knowledge of statistics as well as data science, that at which level do you fit. So definitely, if you are thinking about some better jobs, you need to have a better knowledge about statistics or data science. For example, data entry can be done by anybody, but if you want to use a time series analysis or spatial analysis, then you need to know someone, or then you need to have someone who understands the basic concept behind these two things. Okay, then the next question here is Adesh Kumar, what should be the capabilities and degrees to be a data scientist? The first capability is that you have to be an honest human being, because data is always deaf and dumb. Data is trying to tell you different type of information, and then you have to understand the tools, and then you have to dig out the data correctly, and you need not to fudge with the data or with the statistical conclusion. Whatever they are trying to tell you, you have to accept it. As a statistician, we don't have any right to change the data, but we have to understand what is the language of the data, and based on that, we have to take the correct statistical outcome. That is the first thing. Second thing is here degrees. Now there are a couple of degrees which are working at this moment. I'm sure that after some time there will be a full-fledged proper structured program for people to become the data scientist. As such, nowadays only couple of programs have started. So, but as such, you need to have the knowledge about statistics, mathematics, computer science, computer programming, software, and some other allied field that where you want to work. For example, if you are working in the biology in some medical firm, then you also need to know biostatistics, etc. Okay, then Harshit, thank you, sir, for answering me in both sessions. May God bless you with best of your success and health. Thank you very much, Harshit. You are the only one who has given me these best wishes. Thanks a lot. I really need to have a good health, and yeah, means everybody wants success. So I wish you all uh, always have success in your life. That much I can reciprocate. Thank you very much. Right. So yeah, so these are the things I will say. Simply, this is only the starting point from where I tried my best that how I can initiate a thought process, or I can motivate the students so that they can think about the data science. After that, the story will just begin. Where it will end, I don't know. If you ask me a question that what are the different degrees or what are the different type of knowledge, what are the ways in which you can learn about the data science, I can say just continue. What will be the final stage? I have absolutely no idea. The more you practice, the more you learn, the more you gain the knowledge, the better you apply, you are going to be the better data scientist. But surely these things are really needed nowadays. Means I know that every sector, whether this is administration, whether this is government sector, private sector, everybody wants to use this data science. Right. Believe me, means I didn't expect it as a student that that will be the future of the statistics. And in case if I say about the job, people are looking for good candidates and there are no good satisfactory candidates who can really work. There are so many people who are unemployed, but I don't think if there is anybody who knows statistics or data science and he's employed. So this is the time where this statistics is at its actually peak. At least in my life, I have seen it for the first time. So I would say grab this opportunity, and believe me, if you work hard, nobody can stop you in becoming one of the most successful data scientists. And the demand for the data scientists is across the globe, not in India. I'm telling you, and I repeat my words, across the globe. People are writing me that if you know anybody who can do the job, just tell me the name and they will be getting a good job. So this is one of the very bright areas where the employability is beyond your expectation. You simply have to learn the topic, learn the subject, and learning a topic, or I will say knowing a topic or not knowing a topic, that is only a matter of say a couple of hours. If you try to pick up a book, try to read the concepts, try to spend some time, try to think, you will learn the topic. Means you can imagine that whenever you come to our institute or universities, on the first day you don't know anything, but just after one semester you are, means you know each and everything in that subject. And in that subject we are spending almost 40 to 45 hours. So if you yourself try to say spend 40 to 45 hours, if you say this 2 hours a day, so if you say ideally, means in 20 days you can learn any topic. So if you can learn one topic in 20 days, means every year you can learn at least 18 to 19 topics. And after 1 year, in a most ideal situation, you will become the best data scientist of this world. Yeah, practically it is difficult, but surely means what I'm trying to say, if you wish, you can. If you don't wish, even God cannot make you the data scientist. So finally, I will say it is not me, it is not my course, but this is only you and your wish who can transform you from a simple scientist to a data scientist. Right. So I hope now there are no more questions. So if you have question, we can once again wait for 1 minute. If you have anything to ask, you can type it here. Otherwise, we can have a break. And you know that this is always the most enjoyable time if your teachers leaves you 5 minutes earlier from the class. Right, Shivam Sahu, okay. Adesh Kumar, thank you, sir. May God bless with you desired success. Yes, my success is, do you know what is my success? My success is you all. Right, I'm the most fortunate teacher of this country, and I believe that I have the highest number of students in this country. Right, at my institute, I teach, say this, 40 students, 50 students, 100, 500 students, but with this NPTEL courses, whether you like it or not, you have become my student, and then means every year I'm teaching more than 30,000 students, 40,000 students. So my success depends on each one of you, because now the question is that if you have done my course and if you're unable to perform, people will not criticize you, but people will criticize me that, okay, I have not taught well. But on the other hand, if you are doing well, people will ask you who taught you. Possibly you will take my name, and then as soon as you take my name, the success comes to me. Right. So thank you very much. That is my desired success, that you all do well, so that I can have the 30,000 time success every year. Most luckiest man on this earth. Then Shivam Sahu, thank you very much, sir. I wish you good always, good health. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you very much, Shivam. Right. So we don't have any more questions. So now it's the time to say goodbye. I will say good luck, all the best. May God bless you. Try your best to learn it. Nobody can stop you in becoming the best data scientist of this world. Thank you.
20 seconds early, sir. So we like to have some coffee, sir.
Oh.